Hello, it's a beautiful day, isn't it? Well, I am here and I'm happy and I'm here to socialize. I'm also here to conversate, or if you like, maybe because we're women, some people say it's gossip. It's okay, it's official gossip, and you participate just by joining us. At the end of the day, you also learn. My name is Elizabeth, but I'd like to find out, we all know that family is the first, entity of socialization, the very first unit of socialization, and the very base of that family is marriage. Yes, the very first venture between a man and a woman. That's a man and his wife. If you call it enterprise, it's not wrong because they are starting off a journey that is political, that is emotional, that is economically empowered as well. Well, a lot of times, third parties coming in form of brethren in the church, family members, friends, physical people is not advice. But we have also found out that we have online in-laws and they are becoming very, very disturbing. Their activities are becoming very, very disturbing. At the end of the day, we find out that there's a bit of a spike in divorce, especially within the celebrities. And we're asking, could it be the interference, the intrusion of this third party online in-laws that we also call netizen? They've moved away from citizenship anyway to netizenship. I was saying this and Joy was laughing, even though she came in with real bad news for me today, reminding me of what happened last week, just as we finished. Somebody wrote to us.
Yes,
you remember the story?
Yes, somebody wrote and said a man wanted to use his wife for rituals and he plucked the eyes of his wife. They caught him, but it was already too late.
The eyes was
so
already...
they rushed. Yeah, he had taken the eyes out, and they rushed her to the hospital. We don't know what has happened to her, but it's getting worse every day.
It's really, really sad, and I was wondering, and I don't know, how did we get to this point? I know it's not our topic for today. How did we get to this point? It looks as if it's getting worse.
When she was saying it earlier, I said, is it really getting worse, or is it that there's more awareness and then social media is spreading it? Because I think these are things that have always happened, but perhaps because now the world is a global village, we get to hear about it. And this get rich quick syndrome, I think it's eating the very fabric, moral fabric of our society, unfortunately.
I agree with you.
We must all stand up. We will never get tired of talking about it. Last week we talked about it in details. And if it means us coming back here every now and then to speak on it, we will be doing that until we find redress and give justice to the weaker sex, as you choose to call us, that's the women. But all the same, our topic today is marriages, divorce, and the role of the online in-laws. What prompted this is because one person that we all of them we like, but I didn't see this really coming to this point, but it happened. Two-Face and Idile. My heart broke. My heart broke.
Well, if you say your heart broke, mine went into pieces because, you see, this is one. Two-Face and Annie are two people that I love so much. And why I felt for the lady, because here is the lady who married a man after having baby mamas. It's not really easy for you to marry a man who has baby mamas. You understand? And I just felt, did she see this coming? I think she did. So you see, there are some things, if you cannot...
You think she did?
See, let me tell you something. I always tell people that I have a friend who is, her husband has baby mamas all over the place. And there was something she did. She went and took all the kids and brought them under one roof. And one day I said, Big sis, why did you do this? And guess what she said? I'm tired of the baby mamas using their kids to see her husband.
So how about them coming to see the husband?
No, when the kids, look, what she does is when it's holiday, she lets them go. But the thing here is that if the kid is sick, the kid wants school fees and all that. So it was too frequent and she couldn't handle it. And I think there were like 6, 7 kids.
6, 7 baby mama.
To have only one baby mama is a problem. Then you are having 5
Six
baby
from
mamas.
six
Different
baby
women.
From
mamas.
different women.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So you see, for Two-Face and Annie, divorce happens all the time.
Yeah.
My issue was the manner Two-Face came out to announce it.
Ooh, it's a big one.
To be honest. I don't know where to even start from. I'm not really into the, you know me, I'm in my bubble.
Yes, you're in your bubble.
I did see the story, and like you said, to be honest, I want to be very candid here. A man we work out so much like that, we get picking everywhere. Honestly, to me, that's why I look. To be honest, I wasn't surprised. What is new about that? What I'm surprised at is the fact that she stayed with him for this long. For whatever reason. And I'm not here to judge anybody because he works for her, it worked for them, and now it doesn't. So the thing is, to me, honestly, I wasn't shocked. I wasn't shocked at all. Because this is something, maybe because of my work.
Yeah.
I
So
meet
you
women
see
who go through this kind of trash every day. So what is new that somebody decided after how many years of relationship, since she was 13 or 14, I was told,
She was
15.
15.
She's been with this particular man since she
Yes.
was 15.
Mhm.
So one day he decided, they do again, waka pass.
Yeah.
This is the reality of women all over the world.
Some people say it's the, influence of,
Social
all those
media.
online in-laws.
Yeah.
Perhaps because of too much information, they call it TMI now. You put out so much of yourself in the public. And when you do that, a lot of
Yeah.
people begin to put you on a stool that is perhaps even higher than their bar stool.
No, but you see, for me, like I always say, I know some people went after me on social media because I said, because when he announced it, the next thing we heard that it was hacked. And he came back and said, no, it wasn't hacked. He was the one that left the message. For me, I always say that some people don't deserve to be parents. They don't deserve to be parents. Look, we should stop looking at parents, like we always say here, parents have to be intentional.
Yeah.
It's not about you. It's about your kids. Most of these kids come from dysfunctional homes. We're asking questions while the world is the way it is now. It is what happens in their homes. Like I heard that, well, it's rumor, but most of the time I always say that there's always an element of truth, that they're always fighting, that the kids always put their headsets and all that. If your home is not a peaceful place where you can live and you rather be outside, then there's something wrong with that home.
Those days our parents would say, stay. But with civilization and a lot of people, going under the bridge, sometimes known, sometimes unknown, people are beginning to break away. But it seems as if the, celebrity who are supposed to be our role models in the society. And when I say celebrities, it's not just people who are in the, entertainment industry. Everywhere. It looks as if they are always, breaking off, faster than we know it. Someone says that divorce is for
No,
rich people.
because they marry for the wrong reasons.
Okay. But let's look at this feature put together. Let's see the rate of divorce within the celebrity, Nigerian celebrity precisely. Celebrity marriages often capture the public's imagination, but not all of them stand the test of time, from private disagreements to very public split. Here are 10 celebrity couples whose unions ended in separation, including the ongoing saga of Tu Baba and Annie Dibia. In January 2025, Tu Baba announced on Instagram that they had been separated and had officially filed for divorce. The controversial post was followed by a claim that his account was hacked before he came back and admitted,
"Nobody hacked my account. I'm not talking to you, I want to talk. Understand? I come in peace."
Funke Akindele and JJC Skills parted ways in 2022. The split shocked fans, especially as they shared twin boys. JJC cited a irreconcilable difference, stating, "We've shared beautiful moments together, but it's time to move forward separately." Singer Tiwa Savage and music executive Tbilisi ended their marriage in 2016 after a public fallout. Tbilisi accused Stewart of infidelity while she countered with claims of drug use and emotional abuse. Their marriage ended in a storm of controversy, despite having a son together, Jamil. Actress Tonto Dike and businessman Olakunle Churchill's brief marriage ended in a messy separation in 2017. Tonto accused Churchill of domestic violence and infidelity, while Churchill dismissed her claims. The couple share a son, King Andre. In December 2022, comedian Basketmouth shocked fans by announcing his separation from Elsie after 12 years of marriage. The couple, who shared 3 children, ended their union quietly, with Basketmouth requesting privacy. Actors Osaz and Benro, who tied knots in glamorous ceremony in 2015, announced their separation in 2019. Benro revealed their differences on social media, citing Osaz's alleged neglect of their daughter. Actress Chacha Eke announced her separation from filmmaker Austin Fanny in 2022 after claiming she suffered years of domestic abuse. The mother of 4 disclosed her struggle in a tearful video, saying, "I am done pretending. This is my truth." Actress Adeni Johnson and Toyin Abraham ended their marriage in 2015 amidst allegations of infidelity. Adeni admitted to cheating but denied the claims that it caused their split. Both have moved on since and remarried. Former Minister Femi Fani-Kayode and Precious Chikwendo ended their marriage in 2020 with a series of allegations including domestic violence and custody battles. Their public spats grabbed headlines for months, with Precious calling for justice for herself and for her children. Hollywood actor Iko Buna and his Colombian wife Sonia parted ways in 2019 after months of speculation. Sonia confirmed the split on Instagram, stating, "Life together was beautiful, but sometimes paths separate." While some of these separations were handled privately, others became public spectacles, captivating fans, sparking debates, sometimes promoting one to ask, would these marriages have lasted without the online third-party influences? Before the camera even came back to us, I was getting answers. Please, you can speak your answer by yourself now.
Online in-laws.
Voila.
It's even a problem when you have in-laws. Like, let me use Two-Face as an example. I don't understand when spouses keep in-laws in their houses. And there's something I notice with the women. I am a woman. They always say that experience is the best teacher. I've never been married, but I've been surrounded with people who are married, and every day you learn. One thing I've always said, mother-in-law, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, what are you staying in these houses for a long time for? And women tend to allow their own family to stay in the house. And when it comes to the man's family, it is not allowed. Is it right? No.
At all.
Because that's one of the complaints they're saying. And I always tell women, look for somebody from your husband's that is your paddy. You must look for somebody. You cannot be fighting. A parent cannot train their children, and because they are married, because I hear some people say, when you are married, you cut off from your families. Excuse me, we're Africans. We're Africans. Family for us is, but you don't have to live with me to prove that you're a good son or you're a good daughter.
Sure.
If the woman allows her own family to come live with her, I think the man's family too should live together. People
want to.
No, but you see, the problem here is that Some people are giving, what do you call it? They're allowed to come, they're allowed to visit, but other people are not allowed
To even visit.
to visit. And I know that I heard that that's because I don't know them. I heard that that's one of the problems. And you see, unfortunately for us, you have that inner circle. Then online, I always tell people, there are certain things that should be off social media. Many marriages have worked because social media had not come then. And that's why most of the time I'm not on Twitter, because I cannot handle the insults on Twitter. The heat on Twitter is too much. Somebody made a comment and I made a comment. Stupid woman, I'm sure you are not married. The old woman. You see, they don't understand. And what did I say?
Your opinion?
No. My opinion that I said, Two-Face and Annie, try and manage this. It's not about you. It's about the kids that you have.
You know, look at what baskets.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Look at what Basket
Yes.
Mouth did. You
Yeah.
know, from get-go, he told people to stay away.
That's it.
There is a difficult time because whether or not you like it, divorce is always difficult.
Yeah, and it's painful.
And
Thank you.
don't allow it to get messy. And then, if there are children, it's even worse.
It's with children.
You know,
It's
it's
children.
worse. So, but you were saying that not necessarily.
I
That's
really
a-
don't think the online netizens, social media in-laws are really the problem. There is no marriage without problem.
True.
The problems already exist.
Yeah.
Yes, they've shown love. Like you know, when you came in this one, you were talking about someone who had a swollen eye, and
Yes.
she had been always saying, "My husband is my king, my crown, waiting, love." See, and the thing is, I think what we should do as a people, like you said, limit what we say about our families
Yes.
online.
Yeah.
Somebody once asked me, "You, who is your husband?"
Husband.
I said, "What's your business, my
What's your
husband?"
business? Yes.
You never mention your husband. I say, yes. Because he's not a coach. We are not talking mental health. I'm talking about mental health. I'm talking about training. It's about me and what
Yeah.
I do. It has nothing to do with my
With the
husband. It has
husband.
nothing to do with my children. I bring in my children because I also mentor
Coach with
and
them.
coach young children.
Yes.
That is why I bring in stories about my children.
Children.
I'm not a marriage counselor. So I'm not talking about marriage. I'm not a men coach. So I will not talk about. So that's just the point.
I agree with
Yes,
you.
they influence it, I know. But the truth is, who no get problem?
Everybody
As I sit
has.
down, so you mean I didn't manage my husband? He might they manage me. No, it's the truth. We have problems, we make up sometimes, and then sometimes we don't.
Yeah.
And that's life. So I think I don't think social media in-laws or the netizens are really the reason why people are breaking up or we're having divorce. Divorce is real. Many of us that are still married are just still married. But it doesn't mean that we don't have issues. It doesn't mean we don't have problems. Sometimes some people are able to manage these problems and sometimes they are not. I made a video, I think last week, and I remember I said, because there was a video that was viral. It was a Hausa lady who said divorce is a terrible thing. When a woman gets divorced, that's the end of her life, something like that. And I said, look, divorce is not a good thing because either way it hurts. You will go through pain, the children go through pain, but sometimes it is necessary.
It is very nice.
Sometimes two good people cannot make a good marriage.
Yeah.
Not because one person is bad,
Yeah.
but because they just don't gel. And then sometimes one of the persons involved is really bad. And you don't have to mortgage your whole life.
No, no.
If you're unhappy, you have tried counseling, you have tried you have tried everything, it didn't work. You are allowed to say, okay, Ogami, let me try somewhere.
move on.
It's allowed.
It's
I think, you see, we have this negative belief or connotation about divorce. Sometimes divorce may be the best thing ever. So if your marriage is not working, you put in your best, you've tried everything, but it's still not working, until uncle you can find love somewhere else.
Yeah, I agree.
No, totally, I agree. I think what you said in the beginning is what plays out in most of these things. You know, putting out too much information,
Too much.
TMI,
Yeah.
you know, on a social platform
Yeah.
of any type, it's a
Yeah.
no-no.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of times your happiness is another person's sadness.
Yeah.
So I recall sometime when we talked about it, that you're always smiling on your social media.
And people
Somebody
have a
had the
problem with
guts to ask Joy,
Yeah.
why are you always smiling?
happy?
Why are you
Why are you
always
always
happy?
happy? What,
You know, and
what
it was
are you
very
happy
rude
about,
about
Sally?
it.
What are you always happy about? Because they expect that. You see, the thing in especially an African setting, it's at a certain age, people expect you to be married.
Yeah.
People expect you to have kids. So if you don't have that at that certain age, so what are you happy about? You know, I remember, like I said, as an auntie just said, are you not tired of eating people's rice? You see, Nigerians just open their mouth. They don't care what it does to you. But you see, I gave her a response. And what was my response? If your children's marriage is what it is to be married, I'd rather remain single.
Chicken.
Everybody that was there, they froze.
That was harsh.
Yes, no. Because you see, I keep telling people that there's certain people that can handle certain things, and there's certain people that cannot handle certain things. And this is what I say. When people don't know certain things about you, they cannot come after you. The problem with celebrities, if they cook, we see it. If they're in the bathroom, they see it. I remembered one celebrity that I liked so much, and I saw her naked pictures, and I was like, oh my God, oh my God. The point here is, you're a celebrity. You know that any little trigger, you get into trouble. This morning, before I came after prayer, I think I was just looking at something, and I saw Spyro. Spyro went after somebody. He's a singer, a Nigerian, fantastic singer.
Yeah.
Okay, now the person he went after has private pictures about him.
Oh.
And the person
Spyro
says...
Spyro is more like a gospel singer for me.
So you know the funny... really?
Somehow.
I don't think so.
I've never even heard of it.
No, I don't think so.
Is it not the same guy that sang Who Is Your Friend?
No.
Who's your guy?
Yeah, who's your guy? How does it
your
sound?
guy?
Who does
I know
who's
the
your
song.
guy sound like
I know the
this
song.
thing?
You know the song.
But I
Can you
don't know
sing
the
it?
singer.
No, but
Yeah.
guess what happened? Now the person wants to release pictures. You went after the guy first. And this is what I say. If you know you cannot stand the heat
Don't
Don't go
get
in
near
the kitchen, don't go near it.
Anyway.
But does that
it's,
excuse that? You see, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
You see, I have a problem with people who have no sense of decency and integrity. I don't know what happened between the Spyro,
Yeah,
Spyro,
and
Abi
the
Spyro.
guy- Spyro.
I know the song, but I don't know the person who sang it. I don't know. I don't know the context.
I can bet you cannot sing that song.
How would I
Who's
sing
your
it?
guy?
Now only me while I...
Right.
Go
I've
ahead.
heard it. Sha.
No, I know she has heard it.
You know,
Yes.
and so what is the connection between whatever it is he said or did that has to degenerate into?
You shouldn't have taken his own issue on
Did he
on
bring
social
did
media.
he bring sexual issues into it? You see, and you see, I think we should learn not to escalate things. Yes, he did. He may have said or done something. See, I think in this one, I hope
Yeah.
the Nigerian police is watching. People should start to be prosecuted.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, because you're having an issue with somebody online, so you should go and dig out, or even if you had access to it, you should go
No,
and
it's
post.
not that he had an issue with somebody online. They are buddies. They are
So?
buddies. And that is, you see, why did I say this thing? I'm saying this thing because marriage, celebrity marriage, I don't know why, what the woman did, what the man did, we're not supposed to hear it.
Yeah.
What happened? Okay, and the next thing the lady said, she was pregnant and she lost twins.
Are we still talking
That's
about
Annie.
Spyro?
No, I'm saying
That's
about
Annie
Two-Face
Dibia.
and
Oh,
Annie.
okay.
You see, I expected that Annie is acting, there's a movie, Young and Famous and all that. I expect that a spouse that know that his wife is down shouldn't make her go under the
Under.
pit. I think we should be able, for the mere fact that you have children. We have so many celebrities, we have so many people who their marriages have not worked. But when it comes to their kids, they come together because what is important to them is the sanity of their children.
You
Can
know
I
what
quickly
you're-
add something,
What you're
please?
saying, go ahead.
See, I've said it over and over again.
Yeah.
Becoming a parent
Yeah.
and being a parent
Parent
are
are
two
two. Agree
distinct
with you.
things. Women by the roadside who are crazy have born picking.
Yes.
Mad men have impregnated women.
Yes.
So that is not the cocoa of the matter. But being a father or a mother is an intentional thing.
Oh, yes.
And the sad truth is,
Yeah.
many people are not.
I agree with you.
You know, what you say, it's typically exemplified by Basket Mouth and his wife.
Yeah.
You know, when theirs happen pretty much like this,
Yeah.
but for me it was even deeper
Yeah.
because I saw a connection, you know, that was almost irresistible.
Yes.
it was difficult.
And I didn't see
you
that
know,
coming.
And I didn't see it coming because they were both partners.
And they were private, though.
They were doing
bit
good. They
private,
were
yeah.
private.
Yeah.
All we knew about them was just what their work
their
was
work.
all
Yes,
about,
that's
you know,
true. Yeah.
which was what made them celebrities.
Yes.
At the end of the day, when he came with the beautiful children they had, or they
Yeah.
still have, they decided to keep quiet about it. Marriage is between two people.
Yeah.
You know, the children that come is just a byproduct of that marriage. We know that whatever happens to those children, especially when they are still minors, will still be, you know, it's why when we're making decisions, especially when your children are still young, it's important we preserve these children's sanity, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
So Andy did very well about it, because if you can't take it, two of you, there's nothing you can do, but
No,
always
there's nothing
know
you can
that,
do.
you know,
Yeah.
I know a couple that, you know, broke off their relationship. I admired them so much. I didn't know that was coming. We didn't
Well,
went to their house.
most of them are living a lie.
You know, the day I went to their house, I asked, what of Madame? He said, she's no longer here. I said, she left Nigeria. I said, no, we're not together again. You know, I was shocked. I said, what's going on? And yourself, you were just too good together. He said, we didn't have any issue, but we just found out we're no longer compatible. And rather than breaking
Did they
up,
have kids?
they had children. So they separated after almost 30 years in marriage. And it was
30 years.
very quietly done. You know, they are still friends till today. Whatever that happened, I'm still trying to understand the meaning of compatibility between those two, because I thought they were very compatible.
You know, the thing that saddens my heart is, like you said, it's not everybody that's a parent.
Yeah.
I've seen parents divide their children.
When they divide themselves,
It's
the children also divide.
no, yeah, they divide.
Oh wow!
This one said, "I want to take this." This one says, "I want." How did we get here?
Our children property.
You see, that's why I said most of the time when we're on the show, we always say that parents have to be intentional.
Yeah.
Are they intentional?
No.
No. Everything is about themselves.
Anyway, a lot of people are writing in here. Let's see the much we can take, because last week I didn't take so many of it. But let's see if we can do justice to that. Good morning, my dearest discussants. The topic is apt and timely: marriage and divorce. All these marriages were contracted just because they were carried away, either because he or she is a good actor, rich, and so on, not knowing the person you want to settle down with. Do you know even pastors, which you did not mention, are into the same thing? Chura from Nasara. Okay. And earlier on, he said he was actually trying to contradict what you were saying last week. He said anything that is bad is emphatically bad. All right. So, okay. So, we intentionally didn't want to hit people from the business world, from the religious world, from world that we're not even, aware of. Divorce. And a lot of bad things are happening. But we put up these celebrities because they are in our faces, every day. And a lot of young people look up to them. And we know that those things happening around them does not really, sit well with us. But then, even when there are bad ones, there are also good ones. Do you know that a lot of Nigerian celebrities have had marriages that have lasted, endured test of time? If our director is ready, we'd like to find out. Do we have anything put together for the good couples in the celebrity?
Not necessarily good, though. The ones where they manage and better.
You'll be surprised.
Okay. Marriage is built on mutual respect, trust, and a deep understanding of each other. Celebrity marriages often face unique challenges, including scrutiny from the public eye, demanding careers, and constant media attention. In the face of this, many collapse, but some go through it all and get even stronger. Here are a few. Nollywood actor Richard Mofedamijo has found love in his life twice. His first wife, May Ezekiel, unfortunately passed away in 1996. He then found love again with Jumobi, whom he married in 2000. The actor has revealed that He met his wife at the African Independent Television, where he attended a function. They were introduced, became friends, and have been on marital journey for 25 years now. Nollywood actor Olu Jacobs and his wife, Joke Silva, have been married since 1989. The wife recalled how they met on a production set for a documentary by Femi Odugbemi. They became excellent friends, and that has been the beginning of what has led to 36 years of blissful marriage. Omotola Jalede Ekende has been married to Captain Matthews Ekende for 29 years, since 1996. Having been married at the age of 18, she had once shared the secret of her success as tolerance, submission, understanding. They had revealed how they met in a church when she was 16 and her husband 26, and he proposed to her after she had turned 18. Mrs. Johnson Okoje married Prince Okoje on the 27th of August 2011. They had first met in 2008 during a flight to France. Though he asked for her contact, she declined. But eventually, that first meeting led to 14 years of this blissful journey. Adeswa Itomi and the singer Bankole Wellington, popularly known as Banky W. They've been married for 8 years since 2017. They had met in 2015 at an event, and Banky W was immediately drawn to Adeswa's beauty, talent, and kindness. They became friends and eventually sealed the union. They recently had their second baby in the United States of America. Omoni Oboli has been married to Nnamdi Oboli since 2000. She recently celebrated her 24th wedding anniversary with her husband on her Instagram page. The couple first met in 1996 when Omoni was just starting her acting career in Lagos. 4 years later, they met again and started dating. He proposed 2 weeks into the relationship, which has brought them this far. Tony Mays and his wife, Patsy Ogochukwu, shared lovely pictures of their recently celebrated wedding anniversary. Tony shared his thoughts on their 25th years together, calling it a journey filled with love, patience, and hard work since 1999. Veteran actors and couple Gloria and Norbert Young got married in 2002. Actor Norbert Young says, "There is no special thing we do to be together. We just live our lives from day to day, and we still keep friendship. We communicate, we win and face our problems together. The most important thing is we are still friends." They met on several movie sets and married in 2002. Peter Okoye of P Square, a Nigerian singer, is married to Lola Omotoyo Okoye since 2013. There has been lots of talks and whispers about their marriage, especially their age disparity, but has only served as a pivot for a stronger bond. Veteran actor Peter Edochie and his wife Josephine Edochie has shared 56 years of marital bliss. The veteran actor once shared his thoughts on marriage and the role of both couples in sustaining it. He says, and I quote, "If you can cope with a woman, you can rule a local government and even a country." He also said, when a woman marries a man and adopts the husband's surname, she is expected to be submissive to him. One great quality running across all of them is the absence of too much of their private life in the social media. Okay, as that was going on, we're doing our own analysis here, and I think it's worthy of coming to the limelight. And I want to start with the very last one. That's the Baba himself, Peter Edochie. We noticed something when the wife came. You said, "I don't know his wife. Yeah. I don't know his wife." I'm like, maybe she's a nobody. And incidentally,
She's a somebody.
she's a somebody. You know, she's a judge, or was a judge, and trained all the children. The thing she did was to understand that my husband is there. You know,
I take
those
care of the
things
home
are the
front.
things that gives him money, brings the bread at home. I'm here
In the home front.
in the home front, and also I have a judge. She was actually, or she is actually, a very important person in the society. But she decided, I'm not going to interfere with my husband's, job and personality.
Yeah.
And that's what has kept their home, wrapped together for 56 years.
Yeah.
Contrary to what we see today, you meet your wife even before you tell your father you've met your wife. The online, family members
Already
know your
the
wife.
Yeah.
And then
Mm-hmm.
maybe you go like Kanye West own, you showcase your wife nude,
It's
complete.
It's madness.
I don't understand it. Because if you notice all of those,
Yeah.
I was laughing when you got to Tony Mayes.
Tony
He said,
Mayes, yes.
Is he married?
Is he married?
He's married
I've
with
never
grown-up
seen.
kids.
Yeah, I've never seen his wife. Yeah.
A lot of people I try to check
Yeah.
from the olden days Nollywood. Most of them, if they were alone in the spotlight, their spouses were not known.
Yeah.
And it was intentional. Not because they were not proud of their spouses, not because their spouses are not doing well, but they needed to protect the sanity of their home.
Yeah.
And they also understood that everything you're seeing,
Yeah.
it's just like a cobweb.
Let
to
me use
support
use
their-
RMD as an example. Woo! RMD is every woman's love
Or dream.
or
anyway.
dream or anything, but sorry, he's taken. You understand? Whether you like, oh my God, I had a big crush on
Shego
RMD.
Kadri.
No. Oh my God.
You remember Checkmate?
See, I had a crush. Anytime I see RMD, I'm just like, oh my God, I want a man like RMD if I cannot have him. On my birthday, a friend of mine surprised me. I think he was coming to Abuja for something. And we saw RMD. They had to throw us out of Transcorp because that's where we had the party. And all of us were screaming. But let me tell you, I respect RMD. If this kind of man, his marriage can work even after the death of his wife. And what I love about him is family.
Family.
He knows what it is to, that core thing about family. When the kids are graduating, he's there to represent as a father, even though when he's busy. You see, when you create time for your children,
Baga.
create time for what they love. Holiday, he doesn't work. When they're graduating, he doesn't work. Setting things, you see, I hate it when people say, oh, the woman is the one that manages the home. Yes, the woman can manage the home, but the man must support her. And I think maybe why his own marriage is working is because they are abroad. To live in Nigeria is a very, very difficult task. Nigerians do not understand why people should be happy. Let's live in this reality. When people are happy, the next morning they're going to throw a bullet. Let's use AY as an example. That's one marriage I loved. But apparently what we were seeing was all decent.
Not necessarily.
No, it
Not
was
necessarily.
decent. It
Not
was
necessarily.
decent. After the lady started talking, that was when we now realized that all the show is both of you wear the same nightie. But see, and that's what's happening. So the minute that thing came out, everybody was surprised that, excuse me, what's happening? But let me tell you one thing I love about the guy. His daughter, the little one he had, I think she was 3, some weeks ago. And AY, like most Nigerian men do, they don't love their wives, but they love their kids. It baffles me. That's one strange thing. He went to...
But it does happen.
Yeah, well, it's happening and people have lived with it.
Yeah.
And guess what? He went to the school. It was his daughter's birthday, took the cake. And the girl was so excited. Guess what? I cried. Why did I cry? When it was time for daddy to go, the girl was holding his legs. Daddy, please don't go. Daddy, no. And the daddy said, I'm going to get you ice cream. The girl didn't want daddy to go. Why? Because daddy does not live with her. And he loves his kids. Guess what? A week after, that's 2 days ago, He flew all the way to England. 3 hours drive. His elder child, the eldest one, was 17. And he surprised his daughter. Look at them, they were crying, they were kissing. And when I looked at it and I said, God, how can this marriage not work?
You know, you're telling us all of that, and at the same time, it comes from the fact that he's putting up a lot of information in the social media that could be used against him tomorrow. Because whether or not we like it, when we throw all about us, you know, in the open, there are people who are not happy.
Yeah.
They start plotting for you.
They plot.
You know.
They started plotting for him already.
My husband is the best husband in the world. He just bought me a castle in the air. And somebody will go like, who told you can live in that castle? We'll puncture it until
No, but they started plotting against him as well.
That's what people do.
Yeah.
So that's why it's important. The netizen, the online in-laws, the online family members, give them the little they can handle, and give yourself time to breathe. You were saying something?
You see, I need us to debunk something.
Okay.
And with due respect to the ones we just saw, the so-called good marriages, see, sometimes because a marriage is still on, does not mean it's a good marriage. There are people who have remained in toxic marriages for their whole lives. 40 years, 50 years, they remain married to the same man or same woman, not because they're happy, but they were able to manage that marriage. Yeah. And there are some marriages that are actually good, but they fell out of love. Yes. And it does happen. And they decided to go their separate ways. Yeah, because I think we misunderstand it and think simply because people are still together, it means it's working. No. Many are still together, it's not working. No. They are doing drugs to stay sane. They are drinking to stay sane because they do not want to leave that marriage, because they don't want to be single, or because they don't want society. Because you see, whether we like it or not, divorce, there's a stigma attached to being divorced. Yeah. So many women choose to remain in a toxic relationship because of that. So because a marriage is still on paper, that is still there, doesn't mean it's working. And simply because it didn't work and they got divorced, doesn't mean it's a bad marriage.
Do you know who I use an example all the time? I'm not saying that I'm advising people to divorce. Because like you said, so many people can't divorce because they feel that society is going to judge them. Yeah. When I look at Funke Akindele, she's been married twice, divorced twice. Is it twice? I mean 3 times, I can't remember.
I think it's 3 times.
Okay.
Last time I saw it.
She picked her pieces. Hold on to your strength and run with it. That's what I always tell people. If this marriage doesn't work,
it's okay.
Especially violent ones. Because, and you know, the thing here again is, I think this new generation, I think most of this thing is drugs. Because when you have too much money, it's easier for you to, most of these marriages, these people are taking drugs. And you see, when you take drugs, you don't even know what you're doing. Yeah. By the time the whole drugs clear, everything has scattered.
Anyway, let's visit online,
in-laws.
Not in-laws. Not in-laws now. It's our participants. Somebody says, yeah, Madam Elizabeth and the rest of the ladies in the house, you're wonderful people and great discussion. I admire you all. Keep it up, Jimmy. Thank you so much, Jimmy. There's so many messages. I hope I can
there are
check
too many divorces.
Good morning, madams in the house. Marriage is all about understanding. True. We totally agree with you, even though I don't know your name because you didn't write it, but then that's how it should be. If you're not ready to understand, then you shouldn't go into it. Good morning to you all in the studio. You see, marriage is all about patience, tolerance, and perseverance. When all these attributes are lacking in marriage, it can lead to divorce. I got married 21 years ago to the mother of my lovely, handsome, and beautiful children. I live peacefully with my wife and my children are emulating us. Bami Daniel Akbu, Nasarawa Egon, Nasarawa State. I like that. Thank you so much. 21 years and counting. And I tell you, you're going to count for a very long time. Well, this person says, please help me tell the single lady I love her.
Is a proposal coming?
What is this? I don't know what is this. But anyway, whatever it is, if you explain it better or you write in English, we'll be able to read it. This person here
love you too.
Good morning, NTA. Please, I need your help. We lost our father last year, October. My father's people accused my mother of killing him. They used broken hero bottle, that's gas beer, to shave her hair and sat her on the floor of the room. They kept my father's body. No, okay, sat her on the floor of the room, they kept my father's body.
Drink the water.
I don't know what they did to her inside there, but my mom is not behaving normal again. And I cannot go back to school because of my younger ones. Please help us. Wow. Can you write us and tell us your name and where you're writing from so that we can, follow up on this? These are widowhood practices, and it's actually going on steady basis. Maybe one of these days we can look at it. This person says, my name is Sarah. I love the idea that women by the rights. Okay, the woman by the rights. I don't know which right now because depending on where you're writing from. Let's take more here from the WhatsApp. In marriage, when we get to the point whereby a certain problem cannot be tolerated, marriage should scatter. I guess you mean divorce, not just scatter.
Yeah.
Okay. Because scatter also means that
everything is.
No. Okay, another person is writing in from, is making a proposal, but I don't want to read this proposal. Let me skip it.
To the single woman.
The single woman, no?
My market is selling.
I'm really happy about this discussion, and it's going to help the Nigerians get better. But you didn't write your name. Thank you. And a lot more messages. Let's see if we can take one more before I move on. Why are you not saying my own? I just said your own. Okay, what did you say? What about, what should I do about my marriage? I didn't tell us what's wrong with your marriage.
What's wrong with your marriage?
We are not doing marriage counseling here.
We're not doing.
Okay,
we're just,
he says, good morning, ma'am. You people are speaking the truth. What should I do about my marriage? If you tell us what is wrong with your marriage, we'll know how to help you, because for now, I cannot help you if I don't have what the problem is. Another person says here, marriage, messages are just stopping themselves on top. Marriage is about our culture, our heritage, our people, and our dignity. As an entity from African descent, the majority of these people called celebrities aren't matured in nature, in heart, and in character before entering marriage, and they'll be based on the influence, money, and property. Our parents should be our pivotal role models when it comes to building home and building marriage. And I don't know, this is quite deep, and I totally believe what you said. You didn't give us your name, but your WhatsApp name here says God of Fire. Whatever it is, but I think you are completely right. Because parents should be the role model. But then if we talk about that,
it's not what, no.
Look at you, Ledoche.
Yeah, that's what, when I looked, when his parents popped up, and I just looked and I saw you, Ledoche, I was like, okay, all right, you can't judge, but the thing here is that, wow, are we marrying for the right reasons? Yeah. See, when our parents, the difference, even our parents, they never courted. Yeah. And they worked. Even though most of the time...
They stayed married. Sometimes they worked, they stayed married.
See, it worked in the sense that, like you said, patience, tolerance, those things. And most of our mothers didn't want to leave the home because they didn't want to leave their children.
And sometimes because they didn't have anything else to do.
Well, fine. That's, but at least they stayed. Yeah, because I know that most parents, I was in the barracks, and I know that most mothers, it was a tough one. But you see, they stayed. But now, just something misunderstanding. I have so many friends who are not good husbands, but they are good friends. So, and I sit down and said, if you can be a good friend, why don't you work on being a good husband? Because you see, people think that is only social media. Even on a normal day, you see, when we're together, we sit down, we talk. People are lying about their own marriage. So people are trying to use another person's yardstick to handle their own marriage. There are some people you hang around with. Oh, my wife, I tell her to sit, she sits, I'm in charge. And it's a lie.
Who asked you now?
Well, nobody asked you.
Well, Joy, you know what? Men that tell you that, they're actually the ones obeying their wives.
And we know, but you see...
But it's true, there are some men that actually can do that.
Yeah, and this is what is happening. Oh, no, you should tell your wife not to dress the way she's dressing, let everybody know. Because I know some men who go out and they run down their wives. It's not a good thing. Because okay, what is your game? If you want to run a wife down, run her down in your bedroom.
In front of her, not even in front of her
To be honest,
children.
you're not even supposed to run her down.
No, but
at all.
see.
You're supposed to tell her if you have a problem with something, talk to her. Because, see, let's not go into counseling.
Okay.
You're supposed to talk. You don't have to run anyone down.
You know, a young lady I know was to get married, and when I called to find out how far, she said, I'm canceling it. I said, why? She said, I always feel too small in front of a man.
Wow.
And I know this person. She's not by any way a non-achiever. But she says he sees only the bad things around me. He sees I'm getting too fat. He sees my shoes are not trending. He sees my hair is bad. He sees this, he sees that.
No, but I like
when it's good, he doesn't see it. Yeah. And even when other people compliment me, he doesn't see it.
No, I like her.
So I can't
I
go
like
on.
her audacity.
I told her you did
I like
well.
her audacity. You know why? Why even start something that you know is going to end?
You know, many women think they can marry and then it will work.
No.
You know, somehow they will help to change him.
And you know, this is what I say. You see, when we did a topic before I say I do, you see the signs.
Yeah. All the red flags.
The red flags are there. The signs are there. But you see, society has to know that you are married. Then you do some big wedding. After these days, now after 1 week, all the marriages just go.
The one that happened last weekend.
Yes.
We're already hearing stories.
Okay, now.
Okay. Anyway, before we round up, I'll just take one or two more. This person says, I'm so entertained with your program and I like the conversation. I learn a lot about marriage. This is from Rukaya Abubakar Ottoman, Maiduguri, Borno State. Thank you so much. And we hope that whatever you've learned from us, you let it work for you. Good work, ladies. I'm really in love with a single lady. That is the type of woman somebody will have as a wife and my next world. I look forward to her. Oh my God.
These proposals are coming.
Please, you guys should be coming down now. Should be coming down. Good morning, beautiful ladies. Marriage is all about patience, and you people should stop court marriage. There wasn't divorce during our father's traditional marriage. Okay, so we should stop going to the court.
So it's got married, it's gotten divorce?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I think
court holds it.
Court actually holds it.
Yeah.
Because people get scared of,
sharing property.
Which is why some people hate to
go to the registry. Yeah.
Say thanks for your marriage and divorce program. My name is Lucky. Thank you so much. I can't read all of this, but will, as usual, answer you behind camera. Before we leave, I know you may have one or two words to.
You know what? We know that times are tough, things are tough. Before you say I do, check whether you can live with each other, because divorces are causing a menace to society.
Okay.
Sometimes it doesn't work and it's okay. It's not a do or die affair. I'm not saying you shouldn't give in your best. Give in your best. Go to counseling. But sometimes if it's not working, you're allowed to find happiness elsewhere.
All right. My own final say is that marriage is between two people. Whether it's real life or online, reduce interferences. Third parties will always kill your marriage. When I got married, my auntie told me you only have one umpire, and that's your bedsheets, your mattress, your pillow, and your pillowcase. Solve the problem inside there. So it simply means I should not go and post, my husband is doing this on the internet. And even when he does good, I should not still post them, because they are always those eye of the village people. I don't know who they are, Sean, but
bye.